Yep.
Good evening, council members. My name is Alan Brill, and I'm speaking today as a neighborhood organizer. I lived in my neighborhood, which is in Chicago's district, for 30 years. I'm on the NCPC Neighborhood Association. You've been invited to many of our meetings. Some of our neighbors spill into Ms. Schaff's district as well. We have organized core trainings, neighborhood watch groups. We're in charge of coordinating our block captains to help combat crime in our neighborhoods. You know that it's been a primary issue for concern for our neighbors. However, for this council to use our concerns about crime and everybody's concerns about terrorism to steamroll city regulations and abandon, what we feel is abandon your responsibility, if you accept this motion tonight, abandoning your responsibility for oversight of the contractors and what's going to be happening in the future is very, very problematic. To give them carte blanche to go ahead and move on to anybody else is absolutely unacceptable. We need to know the full intent of the data. Not only is it illegal, but it seems insulting to most of us that have looked over the information. We don't understand the costs of the city. We didn't understand it. The city staff was not forthcoming with what it would be. Taxpayers have no idea what's coming down the pipe. That's a responsibility of yours. I don't believe you have any idea or control over where the data is sent, how it's stored and used. And your city staff, I appreciate Mr. Mingo being very direct, saying we need, and the mayor saying we need some kind of condition that really understands this before we move ahead. And I think that's before we move ahead, not after it's been approved and we're far into this and it's out of your control. I don't believe that anybody sitting here among the council members has seen the agreements between the port and the federal government. How did they get their grant? What does that consist of? What other agreements are there that we don't know about? That is the responsibility. You can't do it in a couple hours. You don't have the staff to investigate. You need to depend on those of us that have been out in here spending our lives for the last couple months, longer than that, trying to figure out what's really going on. You've got to listen to the words. They say, we don't currently have facial recognition software. We don't have any intent to use it. Well, so can you write into it that will never happen? I don't think you can. I don't think you will. I don't think that the privacy policy will say anything like that whatsoever. So my concern is that we move ahead and put a stop to this right now, take that option, and let's do our homework. Let's get our privacy policy intact. Let's assure that this is locally controlled, that this deals only with crime issues, nothing else go beyond here. And as far as I'm concerned, you can't guarantee that, so that means putting a stop to the whole thing. I appreciate listening to these concerns, and I'm speaking not only on my behalf, but on behalf of many hundreds of my neighbors that I represent. So I would like to see the rest of my time to Brian.